everybody, Rye here, and welcome back to some more Loren the Amazon Princess. Yeah, we're fighting against the Khan, the Alpha Rock Golem, so we need to form our party, and we have to have Loren and Saren in our group. Of course, we're going to have Draco, because we can't have a party without Draco. Salzer, my god, we're keeping him in our party. Dora. And a Polymisho. Yeah, I like this party setup. Actually, let's switch you two, because I want the two mages in the corners. Doesn't really matter, but eh. Oh my god, look at his health. Alright, Salzer, let's give you lightning reflexes. Dora, we're going to focus you on this demon. Alright, Khan's damage doesn't seem too bad, but then again, we haven't seen everything he's capable of, so we're not going to say too much. Fire.
I hope this is slightly uncomfortable.
Ooh, we gave him burning. Reduces his attack value by 20%. Good. That is really good. Alright, we're in good shape right now. Now, Salzer, let me do our little punchline. Get it? Let's do our punchline. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, hi. That was stupid of you to come up in front. Ooh. Saren, heal her. Punch. Punch. Oh, hit with arrow. Alright, I think we have this in the bag. Punch. Alright, this one will do. Punch. Ooh, he might have died there if it wasn't for his lightning reflexes. Let's have you use a healing item on yourself just in case. Saren, heal yourself. Better safe than sorry, even though we just won. Haha. Ooh. A warhammer, a staff, and a chainmail of nature. We've been getting nothing but junk for a while, so it's kind of nice to see. Holy shit. Alright, let's actually switch out some of the stuff. Alright, chainmail of nature. Who could use it? Loren? Oops. Saren. I want to give it to somebody who I know needs it. Wait, what about Mesfit? No, his speed goes down then. Amakiki. Actually, I'll use Rams more than I do Amakiki. Let's give it to him. Let's give this new one. A little bit of a break in the action, I know. It's kind of jarring, isn't it? Alright. And weapons. Staff goes to Draco. Nah, it's not even better. Shambara. No, not even better. Oh god, Mir, that could be such an upgrade for you. A Polymisho. Ooh. Let's give it to you. Alright, good, good, good. And then the Warhammer, I can only imagine who it goes to. Oh, yeah. Look at that damage output. Let's give it to him. Alright, let's save. And back to the story we go. Pieces of Khan started to roll off of him. He went silent as he watched himself fall apart. I return to my brothers. The rock of his face crumbled and his eyes went dark. All that was left of the Alpha Golem was a pile of boulders. Yay! Oh my god. Increase your will because we're actually doing well in terms of strength. Actually, let's do 2 and well, 1 in strength. Three in there. Shambara, who we never use actually when I think about it. Let's take this because we haven't gotten that spell yet. Ramus. Karen, who was actually really fucking good. And Kiki. Ray. Mirf, who is underleveled. Let's increase her health too because she's that underleveled. Water, air, fire, and a healing. Let's go with the best healing. And Sauser, who is really freaking awesome. Ooh, Dragon Kick. Cool. The demons behind him were no longer jeering. As soon as Loren looked at them, they fell out of ranks and tried to flee any which way they could. But Loren was too winded to do anything more. She fell to her knees and tried desperately to regain her breath. Loren? Are you alright? Saren was by her side immediately, checking for her for mortal wounds. No, I'm well. The demons have attacked a neutral city, one untouched by the elves or empire. Yes, it will be most interesting to hear how the council will try to blame this one on the elves. They can't possibly. They will have to realize that their enemies lie in the Everburn Mountains, not the forests. We must go to Grimoire. I will make sure their actions are swift. The party tended to the city of Hammerhand shortly before leaving for Grimoire. The dwarven leaders were grateful for their service and assured Ramus that the city would be rebuilt in no time. They also agreed to join the army against the demons, which was extremely welcome. After experiencing the wrath of the demons firsthand, they all feared what else Foss had in store for them. They traveled to Grimoire to confront the council on what happened transpired in Hammerhands. They omitted the fact that the demons attacked merely but to bait Loren, to keep anyone from branding her a threat to the world. It was because she had the sword that the demons wanted her dead, which made it even more important to protect her. After much deliberation, accusations, arguments, and placating, the Council of Grimoire finally came to an agreement that the demons were a stronger enemy than any other and that they needed to collaborate with the elves to take them down. Through Queen Karen's authority, Loren was now granted use of the Amazon Griffin so that they could all travel across the world with ease. Nice. Wow, we're done with the chapter? Damn. Save then. Back at the Citadel, Loren was entertaining both the Empire and Elven generals in the audience chamber. They were fast to disagree on every possible matter. Saren watched as his mistress' glower deepened every time a general would interrupt the other, or scoffed at the other's suggestion, or merely frowned. Despite there being a peace treaty, the two races were far from being at peace with one another. Loren finally had enough. Quiet, all of you! You're both incompetent and know little of war. You're both acting like younglings. Their shocked expressions turn to resentment, and then to guilt. We will win no war like this, not with the two of you in charge. And what is your solution, if I may ask? I will lead the army. Both sides will follow my command. A woman? Ha! Loren reached for her sword, but at the same moment Sarah leapt up to physically stay her hand. Loren instead just growled. The council would never let you take charge of its army. Well, it had better if we want to win anything. Mistress, maybe we shouldn't argue with the general. Loren turned away, upset about her lack of control over the situation. The forest elders are not likely to give you complete control either, unfortunately. She is right, however. We cannot wage war like this, divided in two. Then we should convince both councils that Loren is a remarkable leader. That won't be hard. Actually, it most likely will be. The stupidity of the humans and elves will never cease to astound me. Saren looked at his queen briefly. Did she truly think his kind was stupid? How best do you recommend we convince them to give Loren full command, Archwizard? Pushing back the demon army would be a good start. Scourges of demons are roaming the land, and dispersing them would likely put a heavy dent in the demons' forces, as well as demonstrating the ability of the one who dispatches them. Yes, demons have been lingering in the outskirts of Horus, one of the Empire's prized cities. Reports say they are being led by a corrupt barbarian. He is said to be a fearsome man to behold. But nothing should be too much of a match for our great prospective leader. I will deal with him. Stop the barbarian. Who wants to make bets that this is a barbarian that Amakiki knows? On a related note, Princess, a succubus has been terrorizing the desert and forest. If you slay her, the elves may concede authority to you. So my paths are clear. I must slay 2 demons to take reign over the combined army. Seems like it. Okay, near Grand Tree. If that is the way it must be, we must do it. The whole world is at stake. Loren clenched her fists in determination before exiting the room to prepare. Outside, Reza ran up to Loren and Karen. This was the first time they had seen her since she was told to scout the castle of Mar. My queen. She panted and almost collapsed in front of them. Great Moon, what is the trouble? Lamar. Vampires. So vampires have taken over the castle once again. Oh my god, we finally get to visit the castle. You know, I got this DLC a long time ago, and we got the 3 party members from it, but we haven't been able to go to the castle. My scouts, they've taken them. I was the only one who escaped. How many? I rode with 8 subordinates, Majesty. I saw 1 killed right before me, and the others will be too. That cannot happen. Loren. Yes, we will travel there as soon as possible. Oh my god, 3 quests. I'm being overwhelmed. Oh my god. You're relieved, Breza. Go home and rest. We will retrieve our Amazons. The military commander nodded and left. Loren knew she should have intervened sooner. Dun dun dun! We're finally in Chapter 3. Awesome. I've come to collect the dossiers on Krul and Jewel for Princess Loren. Breza seemed reluctant to listen to Saren, but she eventually clenched her teeth and retrieved the scrolls details their targets. Do not let her die. Loren? Never. None can replace her. I will protect her well, you do not need to worry. Do not instruct me, slave. I am not a slave any longer. What has caused this resentment? I remember you handpicking me for Loren in the very beginning, and now this. What went wrong? Breza looked to the side. It should be I who was her second in command, not you. Oh, jealousy! My god! I almost saw this coming, yet I didn't. How did I not see this coming? I'm sorry you feel that way. I didn't ask for this, but I will do my best for Loren. When will Loren see me? How can she see me while you're here? I've always been here. Breza? You have what you wanted. Excuse me. Oh my god, she's jelly. She is so jelly. Alright, we got the dossiers. The heat was sweltering. Across Erevorn, Saren was experiencing new weather that he had never experienced before up on the cool mountain of the Citadel. Sticky, hot air blazing across his skin was new. Not even the wind gave him relief. It was unusually hot for the others as well. Let me adjust. Loren and Karen especially. How do people function under this sun? The suns of the Citadel are more kind. We should travel soon to find a new sun. It's so hot. So hot. Big baby. I don't even feel it. Dora wiped a large amount of sweat from her forehead. I keep thinking about that lake nearby. It looks so refreshing. Lake? They paused, all thinking the same thing at the same time. Oh! Lake! Draco and Dora shot away from Saren and towards the water. Saren moved to follow them, but then they saw that they were all mustering all of the campers to join them, and they were accepting. Though he was not afraid to bathe with other people, someone had to stay behind and guard the game. Saren was the last person left. Saren sighed, having missed his chance for a cooldown. He stood on guard in hopes of going to the lake after someone returned. That was the only thought he could think as the sun beat down on him. Poor guy. His eyes closed as his head went fuzzy. The air was choking him. He swayed in place. Then a hand held him steady, and a remarkably cool sensation enveloped his head. Oh, shit. Saren perked up and felt a wet cloth around his neck. He looked around his shoulder to see a blue elf standing right behind him. None of you would last in the desert. You know, you could try to be a little bit romantic, you know? Try to be like... Okay, I can't really think of anything. I'm not good at like, romantic improvisation. Saren smiled, seeing how well Mesfit was handling the heat. The damp cloth on his neck was working magic. He touched it in gratitude. I appreciate your help. Saren felt Mesfit's head over his shoulder, taking an almost silent breath of air. Saren spun around and placed a hand against Mesfit to keep him away. What was that? Mesfit didn't look guilty of anything, only stared at Saren with some interest. Where does your scent come from? Saren's mouth dropped, but nothing came out. You don't smell like anywhere I know. Saren finally removed his hand from Mesfit's chest, realizing he meant no harm and was only smelling him. It was a behavior he'd never encountered before. Smell? Well, I've never considered my smell before. You don't smell like Mirfa Ray. I don't come from a forest. You must be smelling lavender oils. Lavender? A flower? That is not the scent of flowers. Mesfit leaned in again. Saren tensed. I smell a city made of stone and mud. Fresh kills cleaned and cooked. Fire. But also... fruit? You could really smell that well? Wine vineyards. You're describing the Amazon Citadel. Your home? Saren was about to answer yes, but his mind hung on the word. The Citadel was where he lived and grew up. But home? I am a slave there. Mesfit took Saren in for a second time. Are there many slaves like you? Mesfit listened without any emotion as Saren explained Amazon culture to him in as best detail that he could. He could describe the slavery of men, no matter their birth, and how they were used for procreation and labor. Saren explained how he still considered himself family to his mother, even though the Citadel did not think of him as an Amazon son. I could have chosen death at any time, but I didn't. I chose this. I hold on to the fact and I get through every day. Mesfit studied Saren even further until he finally raised his chin. Injustice plagues all lands, I see, not just with the Dark Elves. Saren's eyes lowered. Mesfit saw his life as an injustice. He had never considered his life that way. Unfortunately. Mesfit took in a breath and left. The wet cloth kept Saren cool long after Mesfit had gone, but the prospect of the lake was still too enticing. When all the others had returned from their excursion, Saren excused himself to the lake to enjoy it privately. Loren objected. We are breaking camp to move to cooler plains. You should have bathed when you had the chance. Where is that dark elf? What's wrong? I saw him go to the lake. I thought you were staying to guard him like always. Ray grumbled. I'll do it. He is my charge after all. Ray didn't argue, but Loren crossed her arms. Don't take long. Why do I get the feeling something's about to happen? This is a nice image, though. Props to the artists. Very simple, but very clean. Nice moonlit night. Saren rushed to the lake, hoping Mesfit hasn't truly escaped. To his relief, Mesfit was waist-deep in the lake and not at all surprised to see Saren charging into view. The sight halted Saren immediately. Heat was now spreading within him, too. Good. It's better you than him. Saren realized he was referring to Ray. After catching his breath, Saren envied Mesfit in the water. Even as the sun was setting, the air was as scorching as before. Mesfit stopped washing and eyed him. What? I'm wondering why you have not touched the water. Saren didn't have an answer. I'll go. No, you're my excuse to be here. Mesfit raised an eyebrow, but eventually understood. He waited around without any signs of frustration. Saren allowed himself the pleasure of the water by splashing it against his face and arms. It wasn't a bath, but it would do. He couldn't bring himself to bathe while Mesfit was there. He couldn't place why. He didn't want to think about it. He also couldn't explain why Mesfit was wading in the water with no purpose. Just so that Saren could enjoy the lake a few moments more? They eventually both returned to camp. Loren shook her head from how long it took Saren to retrieve Mesfit. She held her tongue, however. Mesfit was more obedient with Saren around, and his methods were mysterious to her. I won't lie, that scene had a smile on my face. Okay. That is all the time I have for this episode. Yeah, we boosted up our romance affection with Mesfit even more. One more scene and we should have it completely maxed out. So, I'm excited. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, I encourage you to leave a like and comment, as it helps and benefits the growth of the channel and tells me you guys are enjoying this playthrough. I'm Rye. Happy gaming, everybody. Next time, we will talk to all of our party members. All 12 of them.